questions on Instagram and in person at car shows, or just people walking by about the ownership cost of one of these cars. And I figured it'd be a good opportunity since this time last year is when I picked this car up. So it's been about a year and a couple days of ownership, and I've put right at 17,500 miles on the car as of right now. So, and it'll continue to go up since it's been my daily for an entire year now. So I'm gonna go over some of the costs that I've incurred, some costs maybe you might need to look into if you're looking to purchase one of these cars. So let's just go ahead and get into it. The car itself was stickered at $68,395, and that's what I paid for it. Didn't pay a markup of any sort or an upcharge, dealer adjust, whatever. Didn't pay that, thankfully. It's the only reason I went down and got this. Obviously, you can pay, a couple grand to, I think these were going for like 40 over, or they were listed at that at least when they first came out in 2015. No more. Don't pay a markup on them. They're totally worth it, but there's no need to since they're producing more. So, taxes on it is in Arkansas at 6.5%. Yeah, that's about $4,446. Insurance, depending on where you live, obviously, your record. I've got a perfect driving record, no tickets, no accidents now. That's $1,320 a year. Oil, if you don't know, this car takes 5W50. It's kind of difficult to get around here. You can't really just go anywhere and get it. I use Rock Auto to get that, my filter, and that sort of stuff. And sorry, it's hot in here and I'm sweating. It's about $8 a quart, and you gotta get 10 of those. And I've done 4 oil changes, and it's been about $320 in oil itself, filters. For these, since it's a later produced 2017, it uses a canister filter instead of the typical oil filter. It's cheaper. They're about $5 on Rock Auto. Not sponsored by them, unless they want to, sponsor me. I'm down. 4 of those, so about 20 bucks. I get my oil change at 4 for $13. So 52 bucks there. The tires, if you get an R and you don't plan on tracking it, or you like having life in your tires, you have to swap them out. I've heard people getting 8,000 miles out of the Sport Cup 2s. I didn't. They're sitting in the closet over there, along with the OEM carbon fiber wheels. These tires on Tire Rack were 940 bucks for all 4, and they've still got a ton of life in them, and they've had about 15,000 miles on them. So excellent tires. They're great daily tires, horrible performance tires. I don't recommend them for that. We'll get into that a little bit later. Wheels, Project 60Rs, I got a little bit of a sponsorship with them, so they're about 1,500 bucks for the whole set. Highly recommend them. They're cheap wheels if you really don't care about having the latest and greatest aftermarket wheel out there. They've held up really nicely. They're pretty heavy compared to the OEM ones, but great wheels. Can't say enough about them. Then I had to get front spacers, 75 bucks a piece, 2 of them, 150 bucks on the front, because the calipers, or because the disc and the caliper is so big and the offset doesn't really work. You have to put front spacers on. I had Project 60R do those as well. I also bought a second set of tires, the Michelin Super Sports. Walmart had kind of a glitch in their system a while back, and they were selling these, like the 305s. They were 480 bucks for a whole set. I couldn't say no to them. I tried ordering 2, but they only sent me 1 and said that they were out or something. But yeah, 480 bucks for those. Paint protection, I went to my boy Jason at Jason's Pro Detail in Bentonville, Arkansas. Highly recommend him. Great dude. He corrected the whole car, clear wrap the front here, the mirrors, the hood, headlights, some of the high impact area right here, and C-quartz the whole car for $3,613. If you plan on driving your car, you gotta do that. The paint on this is so thin that after a couple hundred miles, it looks like it's been peppered with rocks. You have to do it. I can't stress enough. I wasn't a big believer in C-quartz till I saw it in person. It's a wonderful little feature. Obviously, my car is filthy right now. I'm about to go wash it here in a little bit. But it really helps out the whole process, and that's a whole nother video. Gas, obviously is going to depend on where you are, so on and so forth. I just kind of guesstimated gas here in Arkansas is real cheap. I did, you know, $2.90 a gallon for 91 or 93, and 17,500 miles at 16 miles per gallon, which is my average. And you're looking at right around $3,200 in gas for a whole year. And then I did a couple little small things like the dial dynamic, reverse bulb, the little corner lamps, and the little side markers up here, $300 give or take. And I won't go into depreciation right now, that's later. But the total that I've spent is $16,265 this entire year on this car. Let's say you personally don't intend on doing any of these aftermarket things, maybe a set of tires. You don't want to do a clear bra, you just drive it and you could care less. You're looking at right under $10,000. So that's kind of what you've got to look forward to. Another thing, a lot of these 350Rs are kind of like driven once in a while or stashed or something. So if you're planning on doing that and you gotta pay your property tax, let's say you pay for an oil change, a couple bucks in gas, you're looking at right around $6,700. And obviously this depends on your driving record, where you live, so on and so forth. I mean, it could vary, another couple $1,000s here or there. So that's just my personal, the $16,000 is my personal, what I've spent on this car. So the one thing I need to talk about is depreciation. People seem to think these cars hold their value better than they really do. I've tried to trade this in, I've tried to sell it after owning it since about 10,000 miles. And I've been quoted, about $47,000 to $56,000 on what my car is valued at right now. So, and obviously I'm not going to take that. NADA says it's worth about 64. Kelley Blue Book says it's worth about 48. So it just, there's really no telling. I mean, honestly, if someone came around and offered me 64 for the car, I'd let it go. So I've had a lot of fun with the car. I highly recommend them. So if you have any questions, feel free to comment on the video. Instagram is AR_Shelby350R. If you have any questions, shoot me a message, follow me there. I'm more than happy to help. I know there are a couple people that have been seriously inquiring about these cars. I'm here to help you guys. If you need anything from me, just let me know. And with that, I'm about to throw some more oil in this because it eats oil like nothing else, which I'll get into later. Thank you all so much for watching. Take it easy.